Something big is happening in Africa. The continent is buzzing with anticipation, and the world is starting to pay attention. From the crowded markets to the rising skylines, there's a sense that history is about to be made. I'm talking about a shift in power, a new alliance between Nigeria and Ethiopia that could reshape the continent. These two nations, each a powerhouse in its own right, are coming together in a way that could change Africa's story forever. For years, these two giants ruled their regions, but rarely worked together. Their paths crossed at summits and conferences, but true partnership always seemed just out of reach. Now, in late 2025, they're finally teaming up, and everyone's watching. The world's media, investors, and even rival nations are eager to see what this partnership will bring. This isn't just a headline, it's a move that could redefine African leadership for generations. Young people across the continent are watching closely, hoping for new opportunities and a brighter future. Nigeria, the economic engine of West Africa, and Ethiopia, the diplomatic heart of East Africa, are joining forces. Together, they represent over 300 million people, vast resources, and a shared ambition to lead. Imagine Batman and Superman forming a super team, but for Africa. It's a partnership built on strength, vision, and the hope of millions. This partnership could connect the Atlantic to the Red Sea, opening new pathways for trade, technology, and culture. It's about building bridges, both literal and figurative, across the continent. It signals that Africa is ready to shape its own destiny. No longer content to follow, these nations are stepping up to lead and inspire others. The continent's giants are awake, talking, and ready to build something new together. Their collaboration could spark innovation, create jobs, and set a new standard for unity. Africa is at a crossroads, and old ways aren't working anymore. The challenges are real, but so is the determination to find new solutions. This alliance is a bold step toward African solutions for African challenges. It's about taking control of the narrative and forging a path that reflects Africa's true potential. The stage is set, and the world is about to see what happens when Africa's giants decide to dance. The next chapter in Africa's story is just beginning, and it promises to be unforgettable. Let's start our journey in Nigeria, a country that pulses with energy and ambition. Africa's most populous country, home to over 230 million people, Nigeria is the continent's largest economy. Its growth is powered by vast oil reserves, a booming tech sector, and the vibrant world of Nollywood, which produces more films than Hollywood each year. Nigeria's influence stretches across West Africa and even beyond the continent, shaping regional politics, business, and culture. On the other side, Ethiopia stands as both a cradle of ancient civilization and a modern powerhouse, blending history with rapid development. With 120 million people, Ethiopia is Africa's second most populous nation. It's also the proud home of the African Union, making Addis Ababa a diplomatic capital for the continent. Ethiopia serves as the diplomatic anchor of East Africa, connecting the continent to the Middle East and Asia through its strategic location and world-class airline. Nigeria's cultural exports, Afrobeats music, Nollywood films, and dynamic fashion, give it a unique soft power that resonates across Africa and inspires millions worldwide. Ethiopia's influence is more formal and institutional, hosting the African Union and operating one of Africa's top airlines, which connects the continent to the world. Both countries are more than just big, they're influential, shaping Africa's future in different but complementary ways. Nigeria is the creative heartbeat, driving innovation and culture. Ethiopia is the diplomatic bridge, fostering unity and cooperation. Together, they represent the best of Africa's energy, ambition, and strategic vision, inspiring a new generation of leaders and dreamers. That's what makes this partnership so significant, not just for their own people, but for the entire continent's future. For decades, Nigeria and Ethiopia have stood as giants in their own corners of Africa, each charting a distinct course and rarely intersecting. Their stories unfolded in parallel, shaped by geography, history, and ambition, but seldom by direct collaboration. Nigeria's gaze was set firmly on West Africa and the vast Atlantic, while Ethiopia looked eastward, toward the Horn and the Red Sea, forging connections unique to their regions. Their economies took different routes. Nigeria's fortunes rose with oil, fueling rapid urban growth, while Ethiopia invested in agriculture and ambitious infrastructure, transforming its landscape and society. Innovation flourished in both nations, from Nigeria's booming tech sector to Ethiopia's growing manufacturing and export industries, each building strengths that reflected their unique circumstances. Geography and history kept them apart. For Nigeria, it was often easier to connect with Europe than with Addis Ababa, while Ethiopia's ties stretched across the Red Sea and beyond. Each country faced its own set of challenges and opportunities, focusing energy on local solutions and community resilience, rarely looking beyond their borders for partnership. But the world changed. Climate change, global shocks, and the urgent need for a stronger African voice on the world stage began to blur old boundaries and force new conversations. Leaders in Abuja and Addis Ababa started to see that walking separate paths limited their potential, and that collaboration could unlock new possibilities. By combining Nigeria's economic muscle with Ethiopia's diplomatic influence, they realized they could amplify their impact, not just for themselves, but for all of Africa. The era of separate spheres is giving way to a new vision, one where barriers fall and collaboration takes center stage. Now, these two nations are building a shared journey, forging links that promise to reshape the continent's future. This shift isn't about rivalry. It's about recognizing that unity is power, and that together, they can achieve what once seemed impossible alone. The continent's future depends on these giants working side by side, inspiring others to follow their lead and dream bigger. And that's exactly what's starting to happen. A new chapter for Africa, written together. In November 2025, the alliance became real. Ethiopia announced a visa waiver for Nigerian officials, opening a diplomatic fast lane. This made it easier for leaders to meet, talk, and collaborate. Nigeria responded by urging Ethiopia to finalize a prisoner exchange treaty. This move showed trust and a commitment to citizens' welfare. These weren't routine gestures. They were coordinated steps toward a deeper partnership. Removing travel barriers and addressing sensitive issues signaled a new level of cooperation. The world took notice. Nigeria and Ethiopia were leveling up. These actions laid the foundation for a lasting alliance. The West-East African Partnership was no longer just an idea. It was becoming reality. A visa waiver and prisoner exchange treaty might sound like paperwork, but they're game changers. The visa waiver means leaders can meet quickly, building trust and familiarity. Real deals happen face-to-face, not just in formal meetings. Ethiopia's open-door policy accelerates diplomacy and forges personal connections. The prisoner exchange treaty is about trust and shared values. It's a rare move. Countries don't do this lightly. Nigeria's request shows a desire to deepen ties beyond politics and economics. These agreements are the foundation for bigger things: trade, security, technology. They create channels for communication and mobility. This alliance isn't for show, it's built to last. The groundwork is being laid for real, functional cooperation. These steps prove both nations are serious about working together. It's about building a partnership that can tackle Africa's biggest challenges. And it all starts with trust. Why now? Because both countries face tough economic headwinds. Nigeria is battling inflation and trying to diversify beyond oil. Ethiopia is recovering from conflict and needs new engines for growth. Both realize that going it alone is risky in today's world. They see each other as partners in navigating economic storms. Security is another shared challenge. Nigeria fights extremism. Ethiopia manages a volatile region. Both know the burden of being regional anchors. But it's not just about problems. It's about ambition. They want Africa to have a stronger, unified voice globally. By joining forces, they can advocate for Africa's interests more effectively. This alliance is about a self-reliant, assertive Africa. This alliance is a strategic bridge across Africa, connecting the Atlantic to the Red Sea. For decades, Africa's ties ran north-south, not east-west. The Nigeria-Ethiopia axis changes that, creating a new line of African power. Nigeria's ports link to the Atlantic. Ethiopia's location opens the Red Sea to Asia and the Middle East. Together, they form a continental trade corridor, bypassing old routes. This new bridge also shifts power within the African Union. Nigeria's economy and Ethiopia's diplomatic clout create a formidable bloc. It's not just about politics, it's about people. Ethiopian Airlines already connects the regions, and more collaboration means more exchange of ideas, business, and culture. Students, entrepreneurs, and artists can move more freely. This bridge is about a more connected, unified Africa. Excitement is high, but challenges remain. Both countries face internal pressures, high inflation, currency instability. These could distract from long-term goals. Implementation is another hurdle. Turning big visions into reality takes work. Harmonizing trade, investing in infrastructure, and fostering cultural exchange require real commitment. Past failures show that follow-through is crucial. But the opportunities are huge. Trade could boom. Nigerian goods in East Africa, Ethiopian products in Nigeria. Ethiopian Airlines can boost business and tourism. The future lies in tech, education, and culture, joint programs, co-produced films, and shared innovation. This alliance is about unlocking the potential of 350 million people. That's a force that could truly change Africa's future. This alliance is about more than politics or economics. It's about African agency. For too long, Africa's story was written by others. Now, Africans are writing their own future. The real resource isn't oil or minerals, it's people working together. Leaders in both countries champion African solutions for African challenges. When Nigeria and Ethiopia unite, it inspires others to believe in collective strength. Unity isn't about erasing identities, but leveraging them for a common purpose. This partnership is a living example of that principle. If nurtured, it could grow into a mighty tree for the whole continent. The journey will be long, but for the first time in a while, Africa's giants are walking together. And that's a reason to be hopeful for the continent's future.